Hallo und herzlich willkommen zurück zu einer neuen Aufnahme von Disco Elysium. Wir sind hier bei unseren Kumpels und wir wollten uns noch eine Geschichte anhören
Tequila Sunset.
von Mr. Abwärtsspirale. So, genau. Hey, tut mir leid, dass ich vorhin so eine Spaßbremse war. Wenn du Geschichten erzählst, sorge ich für eine feuchte Kehle.
Wonderful.
Er klatschte in die Hände. Ich habe leckeren Commodore Red. Ich gebe ihm die Flasche.
Classy.
Er nimmt dir die Flasche ab und drückt den Korken durch den Hals in die Flasche hinein.
Hey, Spiral Boy, you gonna share that?
Wirft einer der anderen Penner ein.
Don't call Abigail!
Das ist der Beste.
Shut up, guys. I'm telling a story here. Something happened to you. Something happened to me, too. My actual name is George, but around here, you already know. I was once a reasonably high net worth individual, a founder/junior partner at a high concept creative services agency. When my story begins, I had just landed a major contract with an insurance firm.
Erzähl weiter.
I used the profits from my agency to finance what I called a cultural incubator. Abstract value generation, value per person, high concept stuff. I developed the paradigm, worked within the paradigm, but the burden of leadership weighed heavily on me. So I went jogging every so often to keep myself sane.
Moment, wie viele Leute haben für dich gearbeitet?
22 full-time employees, an all-star team, a potentially historical set of individuals. Worrying about them often kept me up well into the morning hours.
Hat das Joggen geholfen?
It did. With my trusty Sansarique tracksuit, I felt like I could conquer the world. But now dreams are worn thin, much like my tracksuit.
Sagt er nachdenklich und wischt Staub von seiner kackverkrusteten Hose. Was ist passiert?
One day I left on my evening run. As you may know, it's impossible to clear your head when you're distracted by the sound of keys jangling in your pockets.
Er schüttelt die Flasche und ahmt ein klirrendes Geräusch nach.
His eyes are clouded, his dilated blood vessels encircling his irises like stinging brambles.
So I removed the key ring and put the keys for the front gate and the apartment into different pockets to stop the jangling, you see? At least, that was the plan. I was halfway done with my usual lap when it started to rain. The reality situation became very wet, very quickly.
Wie nass genau?
Wet, okay? It was raining really hard.
Ein Anflug von Hohn schwingt in seiner Stimme mit.
I made my way back home and discovered that I didn't have the key to the front gate. I'd mixed it up with the key to the letterbox, which was useless.
Okay.
Naturally, the situation required me to climb over the gate, which I did. There was no climbing down because I slipped and landed on my ass.
Ich sage nichts.
Reality was looking rather grim just then. Me lying on my ass in a mud pit in the middle of a heavy shower. But when life knocked me down, I always got up. So I made my way across the yard. Standing in front of my apartment door, fumbling with my pockets, I realized that I'd also forgotten my apartment key.
Okay, und was ist dann passiert?
I rang my neighbors' buzzers. It was late, and most of them didn't even answer. Those who did assumed I was trying to sell them something and hung up before I could even explain the situation. People are naturally wary of ad men, you see. One moment someone chats you up, 5 minutes later you've bought a box of edible lingerie and a strap-on. I don't begrudge them, especially since I was known to be one of the best.
Heavy is the head that wears the crown.
Just then, I experienced a moment of clarity. I still had the key to my office. I could wait out the storm there. But when I reached my office, I remembered that I'd asked one of my producers to change the locks that day. And since I hired only the best, he'd already done it, and I couldn't get in. Anyway, long story short, life spiraled out of control. I haven't gotten into my apartment for years, and my girlfriend left me because she didn't want to date a homeless man. The company, well, you see where I'm going with this.
Weil keine Schlüssel mehr hatte?
So, now you've heard my tragic tale. What do you think? Like nothing you've ever heard, huh?
Nimmt einen langen Zug aus seiner Flasche. Moment, war das alles? Ich habe das Gefühl, dass da ein paar Schritte fehlen.
Tequila, I've thought about this series of events for a long time. If there was anything else to it, I would have thought of it by now.
Why didn't you go to the authorities?
Well, at one point they came to me, but, you know, I didn't have any ID on me, so they tossed me in jail for 2 days. I can't say it increased my faith in the RCM. No offense, gentlemen.
Das ist irgendwie ein bisschen komisch, die Geschichte. Ich kann es einfach nicht fassen.
Me neither, Tequila. When I lost my keys, I lost more than access to my apartment. I also lost my leverage over humanity. I wasn't a high-concept creative director anymore. I was just some homeless asshole with a premium Sansorique Lycra tracksuit. You can't imagine what that does to a man's confidence. Anyway, that was all the story one bottle gets you. Almost empty, this one.
Okay. Warum verlierst du ständig all deine Sachen?
Good fucking question, Tequila. If I knew the answer, you think I'd be hanging out on a beach in this formerly premium but now extremely dirty two-piece Lycra tracksuit? I used to own my reality situation. My business buddies and I had our own creative services agency. I had a nice apartment, an even nicer piece of ass. But somehow it all got away from me. Now I can't hang on to anything. Just last week I stole this nice new jacket, but then I lost it too. The only things I haven't lost are these two drunks.
You of all people should empathize with this. Perhaps this lost jacket is something you could help with?
Okay. Wie hieß deine Agentur?
My agency, man. The Boom Boom Room. Our concept was combining high art with the lowest forms of marketing. The color red, breasts, and oil painting. I convinced my partners to reinvest some of our profits in an even more high-concept cultural incubator called Thin Air. The artists were happy, the clients were happy. I was financing a group of poets in East Revachol who were developing a new universal poetic language. But then it all went to shit.
Sieht zur Bucht hinaus. Das ist so hochkonzeptuell, dass ich keine Ahnung habe, was es bedeutet.
I know. It was fucking awesome. Until I went on a jog, unleashing a cascade of doom that washed it all away.
Warum der Trainingsanzug?
What? You've never seen 100% Lycra before? Go on, feel that primo material.
Er hält dir seinen Arm hin.
You really shouldn't touch it.
Sollte ihn nicht anfassen. Ich bewundere ihn einfach aus der Ferne, danke.
That might be the right idea. This here is one of the last of its kind. Should probably be in a museum, honestly. Can't get it anymore. It was too primo, even for Grodd.
Wow, you're lucky. He never lets me feel it.
That's because your paws are fucking filthy, Rosemary. We're right next to the bay. You could wash them anytime.
Was ist mit den anderen Betrunkenen?
My fellow members of the Union of Moribund Alcoholics? They're exactly what they look like.
Hey, tequila! You want to buy some speed?
Shut the fuck up, Rosemary. He's a cop, remember?
I thought he was a cool cop.
Don't call Abigail.
And this is Abs. So yeah, that's basically us. We drink together.
Was war das mit der Jacke, die du verloren hast?
Tequila, it's a verifiable tragedy. It was practically brand new. Sure, it didn't really go with my lycra threads, but it did itch a lot less. Say, you're a detective, right? Maybe you can help old Doom Spiral out. Solve the case of the missing jacket. What do you say, Tequila?
Moment, du bittest einen Polizisten, eine Jacke, die du gestohlen und dann verloren hast, wiederzufinden?
Yeah, exactly. You're here to serve, right?
Okay, klar. Wo hast du sie verloren?
If I knew where I lost it, don't you think I'd have it? I mean, maybe I was up by the boardwalk, or walking along the beach, or checking out the abandoned fish market.
Das sind ja ziemlich viele verschiedene Orte.
Somewhere north of here, that's for sure. You could ask around, see if anyone's seen it.
Lass mich etwas anderes fragen.
I'm all ears, Tequila.
Was ist eigentlich das hier? Ach, was ich ausgerüstet habe, bestimmt, ja. Hast du noch mehr Geschichten?
I do. But as you can see, my fuel tank is running quite low. If you catch my drift.
Er wirbelt die Flasche in seiner Hand herum. In ihr befindet sich kein einziger Tropfen mehr. Ich habe gerade nichts dabei.
Cottonmouth is keeping my tongue imprisoned.
Er zuckt dramatisch mit den Schultern. Lassen wir jetzt von denen das unterschreiben oder machen wir das selber? Ich weiß nicht, ob wir hier beobachtet werden. Ich versuche das mal in der Hütte einfach zu fälschen. Gucken, ob das geht. Und ich überlege, ob wir dann langsam vielleicht doch nochmal zurück sollten und Kim mit der Leiche wegschicken. Und nicht, dass er nachher sagt, ja, nee, ist jetzt zu spät oder so. Und dann hängt die da wieder bis zum nächsten Tag. Oh, scheiße. Da kam gerade irgendwie was und ich hab's weggeklickt. Ach so, nee, das ist, wenn ich rechte Maustaste gedrückt halte. Aha. Okay, der Umschlag. Mal gucken, ob das geht.
You take the legal documents out of the envelope, a 12 to 40 month construction period, and the zoning plan in the addendum. Underneath all this, Lillian's signature and an empty line waiting for a signee.
Das ist eine rote Würfelprobe. Scheiße, was ist denn, wenn ich das verkacke? Ich pack's nochmal weg. Kleidung. Wir hatten die Handschuhe zum Beispiel. So viele Sachen. Nee. Daran kann ich mich gar nicht erinnern. Es wird jetzt nicht sehr viel höher sein.
You take the legal documents out of the envelope.
58.
A 12 to 40 month construction period and
Okay, dann schauen wir doch mal, ob hier der Mr. Abwärtsspirale vielleicht unterschreibt. Das ist ja nur, um Zeit zu gewinnen. Oder wir könnten sie überzeugen, doch zu unterschreiben.
Our tenant, the policeman. I hope the waves don't keep you up at night. What can I help you with?
Ah, ob ich dann so glücklich damit bin, weiß ich nicht. Aber was ist, wenn der Evra das rauskriegt? Wenn wir es fälschen? Wissen Sie etwas über eine Jacke, die jemand verloren hat?
What do you want with a lost jacket?
That's an excellent question, ma'am.
Einer der Trinker hat seine Jacke verloren und ich habe mich bereit erklärt, sie zu suchen.
He probably pawned it for booze and then forgot about it. You know how drunk men are? Are you getting a reward for it at least?
Nein.
What? You're fetching someone's missing laundry free of charge? Do you not have anything better to do?
Bin halt nett.
In fact, he does.
Der Lieutenant wirft einen Blick auf seine Uhr. Ja, wir gehen gleich, Kim.
None of my business, either way. How you spend your hours is up to you. Anyhow, you might ask Lillian if she's seen anything lately. That girl's got a way of attracting lost and broken things.
Aha. Gehen erst noch mal. Mal schauen, vielleicht wollen sie es auch gar nicht unterschreiben.
Tequila Sunset.
Könntet ihr dieses Dokument unterschreiben, deine Freunde und du?
What's it about? I'll let my hand address the situation. Maybe you've heard. I used to be a very successful businessman. I've signed more than a few lease forms or whatever the fuck they were. Anyone's got a pen? The pro's gonna do it.
Toll. Leider nicht.
I got a freebie when I purchased a whole carton of cigarettes. Smoke cigarettes, get a free pen. Deals don't come any sweeter.
the writing under the tiny crown logo reads Royal Extra.
Thanks, Rosie.
Er nimmt sich den Stift und das Papier und kritzelt neben Lilians Unterschrift sehr sorgfältig auf die gepunktete Linie. Mr. Abwärtsspirale. Toll. Dann war es das. Wir haben es abgehakt.
Glad to have been of assistance. After all this time, I feel like I've made a difference.
Don't call Abigail.
Der Betrunkene im Rohr schnauft und nimmt einen Schluck aus seiner Flasche. Die Flasche ist leer.
Thank you for your help. Should we go and mail this? I think I saw a mailbox on the plaza.
Briefkasten, Platz, verstanden. Tschüss. Auf welchem Platz? Es gibt hier viele Plätze. Ach so, er meint den, den ich gestreichelt habe, den Briefkasten. Den meint er. Ja. Genau, dann gehen wir mal gleich zurück. Ich kann ja schnell reisen dahin.
Aye, the sea's gonna calm down soon. I can feel it. The wind is turning southeast. What's on your mind, officer?
Wieso sollte ich ihr jetzt sagen, dass das mein Auto ist auf einmal? Mr. Abwärtsspirale da drüben braucht seine Jacke. Haben Sie sie gesehen?
Remarkable. That one already lost everything else, and now his
Yep.
jacket too.
Ja.
It's a good thing, too, that he has an actual police officer looking for it. Good old doom spiral. Upper management to the core.
Ich versuche nur einem Fremden zu helfen, der schwierige Zeiten durchmacht.
How sweet of you. It really is. I check around the abandoned fish market on the boardwalk. Drunks are inexplicably drawn to markets. Might be why they have such trouble staying in business. If one of them lost something, that's as good a place to start looking as any.
Okay. Übrigens, das ist mein Motorwagen da drüben im Meer.
Oh. That's good to know, I guess. Why is it in the sea?
Ich war betrunken und habe ihn anscheinend ins Meer gefahren.
This calls for a funeral, if you ask me.
Sie wollen sagen, dass wir dem Kadaver meines Motorwagens die letzte Ehre erweisen sollten?
Aye. Feels deserved, don't you think? Falling in the line of duty like that and all?
Was für eine seltsame Idee. Vielleicht sollte ich das machen.
Why odd? Our things are a part of our life world. They're made with our human sweat and they share human history. We should care about them as we care about humans. To some extent, at least.
Okay, ich bin dabei, aber ist es nicht ziemlich aufwendig, ein Begräbnis zu organisieren?
Oh, yeah? You won't even be able to get it out of the water before early June. And where are you going to bury it? Who to invite? What music to play at the wake? Take it from someone who's been through a few funerals. It's easiest to just leave them there and let nature take care of it.
That's all we have time for right now anyway. Come back here in June and see how you feel about it then. It's not like it's going anywhere.
Es ist schade, dass wir nicht mehr belanglose Nebenaktivitäten ausführen dürfen, wie etwa dem verfluchten Gewerbeblock wieder auf die Sprünge zu helfen.
Yes, that is a pity. But for now, let's focus on the things we do get to do. Like the murder investigation, for example.
Ach,
You
okay.
like the Capri funeral idea?
Ja, hat ihm gefallen. Man sieht sich.